Dumelang bakhaetsi, welcome to another edition of the Dawning Experience with Chami. November being the National Epilepsy Month, we need to commemorate this month and remember people living with disabilities. Today, we need to learn more about epilepsy and what causes it, and also speak to someone who knows it much better. But before that, let me just remind you that this production is brought to you by Dreams Dream Studios. All you need to do is just to contact them on the numbers that are appearing right now, or also hit them up on their social media platforms, TikTok and Instagram. Siswam Sabon,
Yebo sisa.
unjani?
Ngiyaphila njani be?
Ngiyaphila. Ngicela ukuthi uzazise.
Igama nguNoxolo Madliva. Elinye igama for those who can't pronounce Noxolo, it's Mbali. I am an international motivational speaker. I'm a person's people. I'm a disability with ambitions who told herself one thing: I will always lead by example and make change in my community. My current situation is not my final destination.
Amandla.
Mandla tata.
You know, Nokolo, usually on this show, I want to take it back to saying, let's take Unokolo to her upbringing. Ukuthi ukhule kanjani? Unokolo ubani ukhule kanjani?
UNoxolo umntana like vele ozalwe with a vision. Uzalelwe eKalafong Hospital but currently residenting at Oliver Bosch. UNoxolo has been through a lot, just like some of the colleagues have seen on YouTube the video of UNoxolo, how UNoxolo grew up. Title how people can search online. It's called Crime Prevention Ministerial Imbizo, Oliver Bosch. Uma umuntu afuna ukuqondana noNoxolo straight, they have to just fast forward until babona enye intombi egcoke ijezi eli-red le-Coca-Cola with a black cap. The reason why uNoxolo bekayenza kanjalo is because I was taught from long ago, uma into ingakuphathi kahle, when you're not feeling okay, speak out. Don't let inkinga zihlale enhlizweni yakho, because you might die of heart attack uloku ugcina inkinga enhlizweni. Speak out. The more you speak out, the more you will heal. And then uNoxolo umuntu ongakhulanga kamnandi in a way yokuthi kube bekuthiwa omunye umuntu who wasn't born strong and ambitious ngabe kudala wazibulala uNoxolo. UNoxolo umuntu okhule e-environmentini whereby umama wakhe bekazama ngendlela zonke ukuthi amjabulise ayenzeni, but emotional bekangekho there for uNoxolo. Namanje till today nomama wakhe somewhere abazwisisani. Uthole ukuthi financial part yona ingibulala the most, because umamami I grew up ngilo umuntu yena uyazama ukungisupporta but somewhere sibulaliwa inkinga yey'koloto, the credits. I didn't know ukuthi ikoloto have so much impact, but umuntu actually who dragged me to those credits umamami. The reason why I say so, bekuba nenkathi la uthole ukuthi desperate akazi ukuthi ayenzeni, and her name was rotten. Then I misuse that thing of saying, hey, umntanami, remember yimi uJehova wakho wala emhlabeni. If you don't do anything to please me, indlela zakho ziyavaleka. And as a child who grew up with respect, I used to be guilty, feeling ngathi I'm actually gonna close my doors if I don't do anything to please my mom. Then uthole ukuthi uyangi-advise athi asiye kuphi uthathe i-loan. That way ubani osala nenkinga, amakhampani we-loan abheke bani, ubani oluza imali empilweni agcina angana-future e-bright. That is still killing me even right now ngoba okwamanje angisebenzi. I used to work at Pick n Pay, my first job empilweni yami enkulu. I was working there 2021. Unfortunately nazo indaba zakhona aziphelanga kamnandi, because that spirit is kamama sokungangisupporti emotionally nani igcine yaba ngathi i-general spirit whereby you find abantu wherever I go umuntu uzenza ngathi uyakusiza, jikijiki akulahlelele. Njengoba isilungu sithi charity begins at home, abazali mabagade ukuthi baphatha njani abantwana babo, because this thing is gonna expand. So the time I was at Pick n Pay, besikhola according to rate per hour, depending ukuthi usebenze ama-hours amangaki. But that little salary that I used to get, umama was doing the same thing. Aloku angicela usizo, abone ukuthi imali ayingeni. Even till today I'm being hacked by abomashonisa ney'koloto. The other day I was doing a checkout ukuthi actually how much do I need, umuntu angangisponsora with how much to move out of that bad zone yey'koloto. And when I did my calculation, I'm owing around 24,000 something right there. I ask myself, how can a 23-year-old, a young person so ambitious, be dragged out of so much credits? What does all of this mean?
Noxolo, as you speaking like this, I was watching the Imbizo that you're talking about. I saw the young lady dressed in red, and you spoke about your mom, like you're talking right now. There's something that you said, how you were getting a disability grant,
Yes.
and then she was taking that money, and they stopped giving you that. What happened?
To be honest, South Africa is corrupt these days. I'm still getting that grant. Remember, in the Imbizo, I said the grant is permanent.
Mhm.
When it's permanent, SASA gives you an allowance of that grant for the whole 5 years. You have to renew after 5 years. So mine was approved in 2019. And as I'm saying, I'm still hacked under credit. It's still the very same grant that she is still abusing.
So now her grant mawithola, you also have to give umama.
It's like, oh, mama, remember some loan companies or companies, they like what you call debit
Debit
orders.
orders,
So,
yes.
oh, mama, she will force me, okokuthi ngiye naye lapho. The minute they swipe your card, it's like you already agreed with that company together with the bank ukuthi donsani imali engaka per month for this specific time. So already is it debit checked. Even if you can go to the bank, uthi cancel, you'll see the very same ukuthi it's not gonna be cancelled. Imali hambili hambile. So umama used to do this. Sometimes you tell Uguti she logs in with my phone without knowing anything. Abhalise, apply for the new loans online. Abhalise account number yami and my ID. Eventually ngibone ama SMS weyikoloto engingazazi.
And you did speak about not knowing where's your ID, where are your cards.
That was before, but
Mm.
uNkulunkulu kwesinye isikhathi he helps you when he sees ukuthi this is deep, you can't handle everything on your own. I thank God because he provided me with this other lady by the name of Nancy. Me and her, we are like twin sisters. Silaba abantu abashayo ukuthi emhlabeni in one person there is two identical people born different families. When you see Unensi, even if I can bring her one day, you will see ukuthi this is Noxi part 2. Nobody was understanding me. Epic can pay better than Unensi. So for me to get my things back, ngibonga Unensi because the people who were handling abebephethe card lami, i-ID ne-card lessers, it was one of the creditors laba bengibakhomba where I was speaking ngithi bala e-37 labo abomashonisa abaserious. It was the Zulu guys who are full of violence labaya ukuthi bangakubulala manje if you don't pay them without understanding your needs. So unenzi bekabehleli la entabeni aloku akhuluma nabo, sacrificing some of her payment ukuthi akhulule iwele lakhe. That's why I'm still in favor with her till today. As we speak, Unensi taught me how to save money and the importance of saving money. Every month, Mina and Unensi, we have a stop order from Absa Bank, but it wasn't opened by us. It is for general Pick and Pay employees. But you can save from 100 rand going up, whatever we have. So Mina and Unensi Sizbopile, every month we save 500 rands. We will get our monies back January. Right now, January, I'll be having 6,000 rands cash from Absa Bank, all because of Unensi.
Sisami, as you're speaking, I can see emotion wise how this is draining you and how, ayikuphathanga kahle.
At all.
Um, I want us to get into, have you ever sought help, like a social worker, concerning your relationship with your mother? Is there any other means that you've done, especially, psychologically, mentally, getting help? Have you ever tried that?
Mental health, I am getting from Vescopis Hospital, ilang tata kona tablets for epilepsy. Vescopis Hospital is a psychiatric hospital that deals with all the mental health challenges, stress, depression, schizophrenia, all these illnesses related to mental health. Social workers, I've tried them many, many times, even social development itself. They only assisted me the time I was young. They once removed me from Uma Mami and placed me at the shelters, Kuma place of safety. That's where I grew up. I was able to finish my matric. Unfortunately, in social development, when you're above 18, they say you are an older person. You are no more a minor. You can take your own decisions. Then they kick you out of the shelter. Yila inkatha zicale khona. That's where all the debts and everything started because Uma Mami. didn't realize how important I am. And what I don't like about Uma mom, every time I speak like this about her, she thinks I'm doing this to get her arrested only. No, it's not like that. I know her story, where she comes from and everything. Sometimes it's not all about speaking bad about the person, it's also trying to assist the person. It's not just about speaking bad, because when I look at her daily, I think she is also abused on her own ways, emotionally and all of that. She suffers from a lot of stress. The reason why I'm speaking like this, I want to make peace between me and her, and I want her to also get help in terms of all of these debts and live a debt free life. Be like that woman who's got financial advisors who can tell her what to do about her salary every month, because the credits are really, really killing her. That is why she end up putting abantu abanjengami, and she can't provide for us as her children general.
Yeah, this is quite,
So the
emotional
only
and
center that
draining.
I'm also currently busy with, that is helping me there and there, it's called Tutuzela Care Centers. Those are centers that assist rape victims to become survivors. I went through the shelter for many years because I was raped from the age of 3 years because of the bad circumstances zasendlini. I used to be that person ohamba cela cela imali. Some of the stupid guys used to take advantage, bang rape, and some of them used to gang rape me kube inampening on top of one body. And remember, I'm epileptic. Kwesinye isikhathi benginganamandla uthola ukuthi ngiyabashaya ngiyabasusa. But police officers, most of them bang failure uma police station, just like you had in the imbizo, bang biza i-064,
I was
which
about
i-code
to ask you that,
abayisebenzile
yeah.
ukuthi ngihlanya lo muntu lo akekho right. I mean, even if ngihlanya, did I make myself to be like this? Everybody is equal before the law. We all need justice. Nobody should be taken otherwise. Nobody chose to be sick. Nobody chose to be who they are.
So, Noxolo, you were raped when you were young. Then now here comes this sickness. I don't like referring it to a disability, because then you are told that you are epileptic. How did you know about it? How was it diagnosed?
I heard about it the time I was first going to Vescopis in 2014, the time I was in the shelters. But all along from childhood, from the age of 6 years, I think that's where epilepsy began, because on my first day going to school, I just had a seizure, and ever since. But that time I didn't understand the illness, what was going on, until I was removed by social workers. Then the nurses, Emma Shelton, are the ones who realized this is an epilepsy actually. And epilepsy is it's caused, Bila, to be honest, nobody knows what is the causes of epilepsy, but because it works hand in hand with the brain and looking at all of this depression from childhood and everything, that's what caused epilepsy, because now the brain is too damaged, it's thinking otherwise, depression is also there, so that leads to epilepsy.
So you've been taking medication for how long?
Since 2014, and now it's 2023. Next year it's about 10
10
years on
years.
treatment.
So I just want you to take me through, the episodes, when you having these episodes, your seizures. What's going on? What happens?
The first thing is, these seizures are caused by different things, and epilepsy people are short tempered. It's not easy to joke with them depending on the environment where they come from. Let's say, for example, you see me passing, and then I'm a person with a fat body. Maybe you are joking with somebody else. You are like, "Bona lo sula mafehle-fehle, ngathi big show." That is going to hurt me, because that is my body. Even though you are joking, you don't mean ukuthi I'm like big show. I'm going to take it like you are body shaming me, and then think otherwise. And then suddenly I fall on the floor because I'm too short tempered. It's like you are swearing at me. And then the episodes for epilepsy, like, they are different. And we've got two types of epilepsy stages. There's that severe epilepsy, and there's a usual epilepsy. But because you already know if the person is suffering from epilepsy or not, the first thing that you need to learn first aid for epilepsy. Number one, when the person has a seizure, check the environment that they fall on. Is it a safe environment or just on the streets in J? Look at the environment. And then point number 2, look at the safety of the person who collapsed. Let's say you find them in a busy road, like those busy road, like the N1 road. Try your best to gather as many as you are. Remove that person from the dangerous zone. Try to help that person. And then I always see many people, when the person has collapsed, first thing abayicabangayo, let's pour him or her with water. That is totally wrong, because you are making the illness to jump before time. And that person is going to get worse and worse throughout the whole day. Nobody will be helping that person. Just wait for them and then record how many hours did that person fall. Record the seizure. Because if that person collapses more than 3 hours, that is obviously an emergency. But
So
if they
that's the
collapse,
severe one.
yes, even if they collapse, if they collapse less than 3 hours, then it is just an attack for that time. If it's a hot sunny day, try to get something like books or a box, make a wind for that person, because epilepsy people shouldn't be exposed to heat. Even standing in the sun, no matter how cold it can be, standing in the sun will affect epilepsy people. That is why they're even not allowed to cook, because cooking, remember, it brings heat. So the minute it brings heat, obviously what's going to happen? They will fall. That is why the government and the Department of Health doesn't allow epilepsy individuals to stay alone. They are not far from crippled people who are seated on the wheelchair. All they need is love and patience. And then again, during the seizure, try to make them, if you sit, check the breathing. The other thing I forgot, check the breathing, if that person is breathing or not. And some of the epilepsy seizures patient, they like biting themselves and their tongue. Try to check if that person is not biting themselves. If they can, if they are, try to stop them and put an object that will help them, because the minute your tongue goes back to your throat because you're biting yourself, that is the opportunities that you might die. So to prevent that, put something to avoid them biting themselves while they are breathing, and then put them in a recovery position. If you don't have a pillow or something soft, make them to lie on their right hand or on their left hand to try to recover, and then you do that wind with the box patiently. So then once they open their eyes, it doesn't mean they are 100% normal. Keep on doing the wind and try to call them. If you don't know their names, try to call them with the gender. Sister, brother, can you hear me? Until you see their responses. If they didn't respond yet, it means they're still on the recovery position, and we don't know how long they will take. All they need is just patience. Patience and love. And then once you see them responding, when you think they're okay, give them water to drink to avoid that blind they were having, and remind them where they are, because that creates confusion. You wouldn't think you are where you are. You are lost. You don't know where you are. How did you end up there? Try to tell them, brother, sister, you are in a studio at the sports complex. This is what. I'm who. Try to explain to them for the memory to come back. Even at school, epilepsy treatment patients are suffering a lot because some educators are not educated well about epilepsy. They will think epilepsy patients are slow learners, and they might want to take them to an mental health school or a special school, while they can be academically fine, but they just need support and patience. I urge Department of Education to partner up with Department of Health and teach teachers how to be patient with learners, because some learners are slow learners by nature, but it's hard for the educators to understand them and briefly make the learners to understand who they are.
Because I was about to ask you that, because you find esikolweni abantwana, they don't know. Nobody teaches, nobody tells them. My question again is that, do you think there's more awareness done for people living with the epilepsy? Because even yesterday when I was researching, to be honest, I didn't know there was this, the awareness month, November, which, okay, it's epilepsy. We focus on certain things, but this one, I didn't.
To be honest, you are not the only one. It's because this is not recommended in the public holidays of the calendar. It's a wellness day, and people are very, very ignorant in terms of disabilities. And actually, from 3 November to 3 December, it's National Disability Awareness Month, including for epilepsy patients, all kinds of disabilities, whether it's albinism, physical disability, blindness, or anything. But to be honest, No awareness done. That is why people are suffering to know what epilepsy is and everything. And worst part, these days, we are living in an environment where people are too much ignorant. That is why it's hard to make such awarenesses. Actually, the day for epilepsy, it's every year, 26 March. They
You
request
see.
all the people to wear something purple in a celebration to support epilepsy survivors. You can wear whatever purple, even if you don't have a purple attire. No need to waste your budget and go to the shop over last minutes. We are living in an expensive world these days. Get something like a ribbon. As much as
Ribbon,
people
yes.
they are making plans for World AIDS Day, get something like a purple ribbon. Let it be your sign to say, I'm with you, epilepsy survivors. You are also humans. You are not born to suffer. A purple ribbon means a lot.
Yeah, we learn. I learned last night actually the purple ribbon is for epilepsy. And I feel like this is such an awareness is for people to learn more. That's why I'm so
Yes.
glad that we have you today so that you can bring people to that. You know what? This is what is happening in our country. Let us recognize other illnesses that are here. Noxolo, as you are talking, I'm seeing someone who's hurt, who's angered. You know, seeing the trauma, like I'm seeing it from what you went through, the rape. And now here the police officers are saying to you, is 064, you are this. How are you feeling? I don't want that feeling, you're thinking, how you're right. No, I want to know how is Noxolo feeling.
To be honest, Noxolo is not okay. The anger that you see from the inside is a lot. And what can help Noxolo in this situation? I wish South Africa was like the old South Africa before that used to help people. The only help that Noxolo needs at the moment, because shelters are full all over. If government can try to build Noxolo an RDP house, and then try to bring those nurses who do home-based care to just check on Noxolo, her well-being with the treatment. That is the first step, because sitting on the very same environment with abusive, unuseful parents who don't understand the well-being of children, it's also killing Noxolo day by day. Noxolo feels comfortable when she's outside more than in her own home. And the issue with her and her mom, it's destroying her day by day. It makes Noxolo feel like Noxolo is an orphan. Noxolo was born to suffer. And Noxolo doesn't think like that, because Noxolo is strong by nature. Noxolo was loved by God to lead by example and inspire million souls. Because one thing people forget, we are all called. God gave us different gifts and talents in order to make difference in somebody's life. There are many women who are going through Noxolo's situation, but most of them committed suicides because of not speaking out. So not all the police officers were actually calling me a 064, but majority of them. What I
It
also
still
don't
hurts
like,
you.
it does, because at the end of the day, it's like this world now has got favoritism. Only the people they love they can help, but some people don't get help.
A quick question. Did the Imbizo that you were speaking to, did they help you?
Nothing till today. Minister Begicele and her crew never came back and checked on the follow-ups and do what is wanted. So I've got the names here of police officers who I just want to adore, who assisted me there and there. Like I mentioned on the Imbizo, sometimes you might want to help, but when the position is ahead of you, there is nothing you can do. These police officers are actually not the crew that is supposed to deal with rape, because remember, there are different departments. Actually, the department on the police side that we can blame for all of this reckless, for all of this misunderstanding that they did, is the FCS crew. That is the people of forensic substance, whatever, I forgot their name. Those are the people who failed me from childhood, because even now, if you can call them and say, I've got a rape client, the minute they see Noxolo, they will do whatever it takes to pretend like now it's the time to fall. You've been wasting the resources and everything, making you feel like you are a victim because of your own choices. So the police that I have here, I want to thank them,
Go
because
ahead.
they try their best to help me to where I am today. I
Go
even
ahead.
saw them yesterday. They were like, good luck with your whatever interview. One day we wish you can be heard. We wish your voice can be heard. And our main wish is to see you being an ambassador and representing disabilities. The first police officer that I'm having right here, it's Captain Tuka. Captain Tuka, it's a lady. That lady knows me from childhood. The time I was going to school hungry without anything to carry. Captain Tuka at the police station, she used to offer me breakfast day by day, something to eat before I go to school, and give me something to carry to school like all other children. So I'm really, really in love with her. I take her like my own mom because the time I was turning 21 years, my mom was not okay financially. She couldn't do that sweet 21st birthday like what all other kids are doing. Captain Tuka sacrificed the whole 600 rands to hire me a chair to make me feel like a queen. She's really a good mom to me. Shout out to her. And then I've also got Warrant Officer Van Rensburg. That of police officer is not long ago. She was held in our police station, but through hearing from other people the impact that I'm making, she's also currently assisting me in many, many ways. Even when she see posts in the police site being advertised, she told me live, anytime when you feel like that post suits you, I'm the one who's gonna make sure you are a chosen candidate. You are the first person to be taken. I remember there's this other friend of mine. I was supposed to come with her. Her name is Tozama. Me and her, we are doing a lot and we are both disabled. Her disability is physically because the left leg is not working. The left leg is still paralyzed. She still has to go for operation and MVA. But that friend of mine, she was supposed to claim for GEPF claims. Her mom passed away. But her siblings are not supportive towards her. It's like what's going on with me and my mom and the stepdad. That is why I understand her better. So, what the problem was with her, she's got her mom's ID copy. She wanted to go and do the claims, but you know, the government offices, they want everything certified. And you know, the police officers, they can't certify you without the original documents. So, what I did, I went to the station, I spoke to Warrant Officer Van Rensburg. She was like, me, I'm not here just as a police officer. I'm also here as a human being. I understand your request, and it's not like for something else silly or anything. I'm going to certify for you, even though you don't have the original. I just imagine myself if I was the one starving like that. I'm going to help your friend. Now my friend has made her claims, all because of Warrant Officer Van Rensburg. We salute powerful police officers like her who go extra mile to assist, not just because they are police officers.
You know, I would love for you to just line them up and call them because of time.
Yes. And then I also have Constable Baloi under MIC, Captain Diamond. I also have Mom Maria. She's a cleaner at the police station together with supply chain. And then there's Detective Kenneth Ongwami. And then there's Sister Rachel. She's also like Maria. They are a supply chain team. And then I've got Sergeant Mukitli. I've got Warrant Officer Twala. I've got Cindy from the Finance Department. Constable Ngobeni. Constable Tanyani, Constable Libilo, Constable Mafujo, Warrant Officer Mahlangu, Constable Matwenya, and Constable Maya, together with Constable Rahwana. Those are the police officers I want to support who try to show emotional support along the way to groom me to where I am today.
A huge shout out to you guys. You know, motho ke motho ka batho. And may you continue to do that and help more people, because now you have been recognized as people who went all out to help Noxolo. May you not stop there. May you continue to do it to even others. Noxolo, I love the fact that you are not discouraged. You don't allow disability to get you down. You are a motivational speaker, a life coach, a survivor. Now that I noticed there's a talent show that you are busy organizing. Tell me about it.
The talent show actually is to groom young people away from the streets, to stop thinking about alcohol and substance abuse use, to realize their talents, who they are, go all out and showcase their talents. And I told myself one thing: we are tired of SA's Got Talent, we are tired of America's Got Talent. When are we gonna start local? Local is like in order for you to go to America, you have to start local where you come from. And this talent show is organized by me and my friend,
Yes.
the one I was supposed to come with, Tozama. We realize we are celebrities, we are higher people, but
Yes.
we cannot look down upon people who want to try. We told ourselves we cannot be beautiful on the outside and forget the
Wow.
inside. It goes back to our community. We cannot leave our age group suffering like that under substance abuse and all those circumstances. We need to remember where we come from in order to grow abroad. So we made this talent search. Our motto is talent search to reduce crime by keeping them busy. The first one was held on the 12th of August. Now we are going to the second one, which will be held on the 4th of November 2023. This one will also be launching one of our DJs we produced from the first one of 12th August. The name of the boy is Ntando. He's 13 years old. His song that he released it on the 29th of September. It's called Ekasilam. But the way he pronounces it like Etlasilam, Etlasilam. It's all about like a dedication to open people to stop dumping and making the environments dirty and necessary, to stop all of these things. The municipality is trying its best to clean up the environment, but Oliven residents are not grateful. They just dump and dump. And most of the time, I get hurt where you find women who don't think abroad, who kill babies and throw them in the dumping sites.
Yes.
We had many, many cases like that in Oliven. So this talent search is actually done to reduce crime and keep the youth busy, stop thinking about alcohol and substance abuse.
So are there tickets which are sold, or is it just people just rock up and
We don't have tickets actually, but we do have the ribbons that will give people when they enter. When you want to enter, kids are 10 rands, elderly people are 20 rands. For now, because we don't have sponsorship, we don't have the right prices.
Yes.
All we do, we just make this program for free. It is like when you are doing a walkathon, not a marathon to make people win prizes. Just like an exercise when you're doing a wellness to avoid specific problems. And through all of this, I also want to thank the president. I wish he can listen to me, Ramaphosa. He has made such a lot of impact to me, but he's not aware. Day by day, I can't stop looking at my photo of me and him. He took the photo with me on the 8th of December 2022. We were at Kempton Park at Roselle Hotel. He made a difference for disabilities because from President Nelson Mandela to Jacob Zuma, I've never seen any president going all out to support disabilities. He's the first person. And on that day, he was also touched and inspired by my works. I just saw him coming closer to me. He was like, come closer, come closer. He took a photo with me and spoke about me a little bit on the media. I still have that photo till today, and I adore it. I even designed a t-shirt of my own with that photo of me and him, because cell phones are getting lost day by day. We are not in this world forever. That t-shirt, I wish it can be my daily uniform. Unfortunately, it's white in color, and white clothes get dirty easily. My main wish, according to him, as he introduced the white paper for disabilities, I wish disabilities can also be recognized in the political level. They cannot say disabilities can just work, but political side, where's the example? It is my wish that I see ANC establishing disability league. We already have youth league, we have women's league. What about disabilities? Even in the structure, looking at the ministers and everybody, I don't see anybody with a disability. Charity begins at home. He's the head, he's our father. Let him make a plan to hire Minister of Disabilities and introduce ANC Disability League.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. Lastly, let's get into this. I saw something amazing. Please tell me about this.
Yesterday, we were taught by Absa Bank the importance of how to save money. This was a lesson for financial literacy. I told myself, besides the circumstances, education is a key to success. After matric, due to all of the struggles I went through, I never got support to go to tertiary. I never got bursaries and everything, because most of the time they check your credit check.
True.
And it will decline me because of that situation. So by God's grace, I've been receiving many, many blessings. I mean, short courses, free short courses, and everything. I'm overqualified more than what I did yesterday. Many people are like, you so powerful, so many certificates at the age of 23 years. What more when you get to 30 years? This house will be full of qualification, but what is the government doing? What is the people doing to assist you to be in your own office and get a permanent job that will remove you out of all these circumstances?
And when you are epileptic, people think you are a slow learner, you can't do this. But look at you, doing so amazingly. Noxolo, I would love for you to look into that camera. This is you inspiring that young person who is epileptic, or also inspiring the nation to say, guys, November, let's go out there and raise awareness. So I'm giving you a minute or two just to look into that camera and speak from your heart.
Good afternoon, guys, once again. Let us support people with disabilities with our own hearts. Disabilities are never meant to suffer. Disabilities were never born to suffer. You can see an example through me. I didn't let my disability and my circumstances change who I am. I'm sending this message to the whole world. Support disabilities from 3 November to 3 December. It's National Disability Awareness Month. I know many of you are asking yourself, what do you want us to do on this month? It's simple. If you can make plans on Women's Day to buy your women's gifts, if you can make plans during Mother's Day and Father's Day to buy your moms and dads gifts, you can do the same to disabilities. Nobody was born to suffer. Buy them gifts, and sometimes you might think, I don't have money. What can I do? Go out there and inspire people with disabilities. Words are important more than material stuff. Show them support. One day they will remember your words and they'll become more and more strong and powerful. And my message again to women, we all go through the most. Nobody was born to suffer, but have that ambitious mind to say, I'm strong and firm to stand on my own. Never mind the datings. I was telling one of my team right now that not all of us are meant to get married women. We always have women empowerment programs. Whatever you get, start your businesses and sustain your children. You can live a life without husbands. When are the next Marias coming? If we all run after marriage, we don't care about our children and our well-being. Let us learn to stand on our own. Let us learn to be powerful women and learn from the previous successful leaders. Abo Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela, Helen Joseph, and them. If they were able to stand firm, remember, parents always say, Musari utara tipa bukhal. You cannot make your husband's priority more than your children. Your children are like your fruits. You are like trees to your children. When you get older, who do you want to assist? That is why we end up taking you guys to old age home. Charity begins at home. The way how you treat your children is how you will get back your life. Even God has declared whatever measures you use against others will be measured back to you. Let's always learn to pray for our children. The biggest weapon you can use or the biggest love you can give to your children, pray for them and learn to support your children. Thank you so much. Let us learn to be powerful. Let us learn to stand firm on our own. And remember, education is a key to success. This beautiful English you hear here, I want to say thank you to Oliver Notbush Primary School. That is my school where I attended. That is where I grew up. Oliven Primary School is a local school where it's black populated, but I know many people, when they hear powerful English, they think it's from multiracial schools. Everybody is unique. Everybody was born brave. I salute you, Oliven Primary. Here is your product going far. Educators are the foundation to a bright, successful future. Let us not forget teachers. They are foundation to who we are. Thank you.
Noxolo, I want to close this, but as you speaking, I saw this other note, yeah, how you also were asking for help. I don't usually do this on this platform, but because of the story that you usually do, I feel that there's that one or two people. We might not have a lot, but there is someone who can be willing to help. Can you please plead to that person? Because you were saying there's something that you need. Sometimes you have to take your medication and you don't have food. This is your time to plead to the nation.
So, guys, I'm also asking for help, both financial help and physical help, because, like I was saying, I'm drowning under debts right now because of mistreatment and also like bad influences. I'm like, when you're a person ended up on drugs because you were never meant to, but you were bad influenced by your friends. I'm ready to move out of this zone. Please help me. I need help financially and physically. I thank God for providing me with clothes from some of you guys who are doing great in my life. Now I can dress up beautiful like everybody else. The only help I need right now is financial help. I need a job, and then I also need help in terms of food monthly. That is the best help I can get. Not always money, whatever people can help with. I'm really, really pleading for help because I'm struggling a lot. This coming Monday, it's my appointment. It's in hospital, Vescopis. I have to go there. I don't have money for taxi, but I'm trying my best to be strong and ambitious. Please, I'm asking for help. Whoever can help me.
Thank you so much, Noxolo, for taking time and joining us. And I want to just remind you that God has got plans for you.
Yes.
You know, you might be dealing with this disability, but you are better than this disability. You are greater. There's a purpose for when. That's why
Yes.
Olemo. And there's someone right now who's going to learn from your story. Right now, I'm touched. You know, it's the first time Kiba so emotional, but I believe there's someone who's watching. There's someone who's been silent, and now seeing someone who's got a voice, who's coming out and saying, "Kinao." I applaud you. Thank you
Thanks a
for doing
lot.
what you do. Continue to do it, because I believe that one day there's gonna be that, that someone, God sends a destiny helper. And I
Yes.
believe that that one is gonna be located to you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
But my main career that I wanted from birth, that I still need assistance in terms of, I'm a patient, ambitious person. I love nursing with all my heart.
Pursue
And
it.
just to uplift my self esteem, I even bought myself a nursing uniform. Most of the time, I volunteer in my local clinic at Lodiam Hospital during awareness days like World AIDS Day. I wish God can help me, or I wish I can get somebody to assist me financially to go to a nursing school. That will be the best gift I can ever adore in my life.
And also apply on those posts. How to the nursing, just get in there.
The other problem with that is that my certificate, the one I
Mm,
came out with, is not national senior certificate because
mm,
the high schools didn't understand me. Like I said, the teachers most of the time they don't understand slow or disabled learners from school. They think everybody should go to special school. So they were chasing me away from the high
mm,
schools. Then I ended up going to Abet. So my matric certificate is actually Abet level 4. It's
mm.
pre-matric,
Okay.
but it's also from Umalusi, like you've completed matric. And my
Right.
marks, because I still had a lot on my head, they are not good to qualify for the posts. That's why
Okay.
I say the only way to recovery, I need financial help. The only way to pursue nursing is first, I need to get financial support to do community health work. It's related to nursing. They trust the same attire. Then once I'm done with that, it's easy to
You can
upgrade
get
to
into.
nursing.
Okay. I wish you all the best with that.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much.
much.
Kohai, this is, the moment that I'm taking Kere ke a kopa. If you can assist, please, just drop a comment more the comment section and just say, I'm willing to help, and we'll definitely get in touch. You can leave your numbers or just your email so that we'll just get in touch with you. Le ena Noxolo ke tla kopa hore a siye di-number later so that we can just post them and ensure that, o kry-a thuso. I do hope that this reaches, a lot of people, and a lot of people will be inspired by this. Someone will take this and say, you know what, I am willing to help, or I can do this and that. So ke a kopa bagaetsho, a re thusaneng, gate motho ke motho ka batho. Ke kopa fela le ntireleng yalo. Let me just take this moment to thank you for tuning into our channel. This is Dawning Experience with Chami Moreki. Gosh, I'm so emotional. I'm even messing up the things, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you so much. Ke mina Noku, ke Mosebo wa dira, ke go lebogile mogaetsho.
Thank you.